Paola, last time I had a little bit of a storytelling. There were quite a few people sending me feedback saying that they really enjoyed my storytelling. So here's another one. Check this out. You know how the saying goes, if you want to level up your stand-up game, you have to level up your grounding game, right? So if you want to be better at standing up, at moving, at walking, lifting, hiking, running, you have to be better with your feet. You have to bring a lot of mobility to your feet. And a lot of times, the limitation, a good place to start addressing things is with our footwear. You see, once upon a time, I used to work at REI, and it was a very interesting thing. Every time people would come to the footwear department, and they would be hard set that they were a particular size. My friends, you cannot marry a number for the rest of your lives. That number will change depending on very many different circumstances. Some people change shoe size after they had a baby. Sometimes people change shoe size after they lost weight because they gained weight, because their arch collapsed because they never strengthened their feet. All kinds of very many reasons why our feet change throughout our lives. It's not just at one particular stage, they keep changing, right? Nobody is going to go inside your shoe and see, what size are you? They don't care. That's not the point. So don't be married to a particular shoe size and then have your toes scrunched up in there. And then next thing you know, you have bunions, you have hammer toes, you start losing your balance, but it's because we have atrophied our feet. You know, one good gauge that I use is the insert of the shoe. If you put your foot right on top of your insert and your toes are bigger, that means that your toes are too narrow inside that shoe, right? They are too constricted. They need room to maneuver so that they can help you with your balance. They can give you more power with your movement. Does that make sense? So that is why when I'm wearing my shoes, I usually wear this brand these days because they give me a lot of mobility with my different toes, right? But check this out. Even those sandals that I'm wearing right now, let me see if I can change the camera here. Good. You can see those sandals, right? The toes are not coming out. There's still plenty of space. So similarly with your shoes. So even if you think, I've always been 7.5, I've always been a 10, check. Because some brands are more narrow than others. Some brands might change because of how the top is built. Some might have a little bit more give than others. But always check. Don't be married to a number. Find something that gives you enough toe box, right? Enough width over here so that the toes are not constricted. Enough length so that the toes have room to maneuver. So you're not atrophying your feet so that they can take good care of you for the next 80 years or more. All right, my friends, that is it with my rant today. I hope you found this information helpful, right? A few little tips about our footwear and our feet. Let me know if you find this useful, if you find this helpful, and thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you for referring your friends to come to my classes, and I look forward to see you again mañana. Uno más.